But I wanted to show you guys something. Like this right here is something that we would tape and caulk the backfill. This one we're not. We want to make sure that we're sealing the. We want to make sure that the tape's sitting tight up against this, so it's protecting everything behind it. So when we peel it, everything that's white is still white. We want the black to stop right there. Now over here, if I wanted to tape this and backfill it, and then two coat it, and then pull the tape off when I'm done and have a nice cut line, that's what this is for. We could do it this way, but we're not going to tape it and backfill it. So we're going to seal it like this. And we very rarely do it this way. Like this is probably one of the last time I did this about 2 months ago. The tape's on there just to protect. It's not getting sealed. And then I will take 2 pieces of paper and I'll run them across, and then I'll seal them up and tape them down. So when we're done shooting this thing, that whole door will be black, but it'll have the white rings around it. That's the whole point of doing this. And for new tips and new content, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Like I said, it's probably the most important thing. And if you can, leave a comment, tell me what you think. If you like the way I did this video, let me know in the comments. Like if you like the way I did it, because normally I just record the whole thing, but I'm trying to break them up, just to try something different, see if you guys like it this way or not. So let me know what you think in the comments, and make sure you guys smash that like button, because it does show me that you appreciate it. And this is just the start. Hopefully I can get to the point where I can do when I sit down interviews with people, and because there's a bunch of people that's been through a lot, and there's probably 3 people I'm thinking of right now that I would love to do a sit down interview with, just to get their story. Because most likely there'll be a part 1, a part 2, and a part 3, because a life story is pretty long, but there's some people out there that could really use the extra help too, meaning financial, because most likely I would love to pay them if I could, but I don't know. It just depends on how well this channel takes off, and if it gets to the point where I can actually manage it like that, then I'd be gladly grateful to help them out like that. But who knows, you guys might like the videos, so we'll get there. Like I'm actually talking to a couple people about it, so you never know, it might come out sooner than later. I'm hoping to do it as soon as possible. That's my biggest thing, is like, even if I gotta do it behind, like, on my days off or whatever, but we'll get there. And if you guys want to see any more content like this, like I said, make sure you guys follow me and hit that subscribe button, because that's how you guys will find me or whatever, and at least be able to see what I'm doing. Because like I said, this is just the beginning of what I'm really trying to do on here. I'm just working with what I got, and life sucks sometimes, and it's nice to know that somebody come out the other end doing okay. Even though like times are hard right now, it's still one of those things. Like, it's nice to know that it's okay to be normal. But stay tuned. And this is just another reminder to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and leave a comment if you can. Like I said, if you want to help, that's a good way to help, is to do that stuff. And plus it's totally free, it doesn't cost a thing. Like I said, it's just the beginning of everything, and I try to talk about myself a little bit on here because it does give you guys a little bit of an understanding, like what all I've been through myself. And it's one of those things, like coming from what I've been from, like coming from where I've been with the drug addiction, losing my kids, losing my family, and then my dad dying. Like I totally get it. It makes you rough, but it's also one of those things, like you don't want to dwell on that stuff because it just keeps you in that loop of not ever getting nowhere. So that's why I want to show content about people that's come out the other, like got cleaned up, got sober, got their life back, got their families back, and are doing good. Because there's not enough people that are talking about it, and Lord knows,
I want to show you guys.
we need all the people talking about it that we can.
Yeah, it turned out too bad. Still gonna need that second coat though. Notice how it looks like it's kind of blue, or like a dark bluish gray. It's because it goes on like this so you can see it. If you're painting over top of this with the, like say if you're putting the second coat over top of it, you'll notice that if they didn't change the tone of it when you're putting it on wet, you wouldn't know where you stopped and started at. So that's the reason why it's got that hazel cast to it. But see how it's starting to die down to, it's starting to die down into the black color. I think it's gonna look decent though. I tried to shoot all three of them, but for some reason I turned the phone off and I only got the first door. But at least you guys understand the concept. If I end up posting this, I'll at least use that first one for an idea of like what they look like, how to do it. Because it's different when you're not going straight up and down. If you're going straight up and down, it's different. Like with these, you got to make sure that you get up under each one of these angles, and then you got to shoot down, and then you got to fill in all the blanks, and then you got to stay in pattern with yourself, and you got to do swipe at a time, swipe at a time. But it don't look bad. Been working on this stupid pump all day. My handle took a crap on me. I think the needle valve went out of it, so I had to switch the handle on it. And it's just a little junk, cheap Amazon one. I mean, it works, but like there's no flex in it or nothing. I can't even turn the handle. Thing's super junk. I think these things are like $17 or something like that. Like, look, that's all. It don't even have a rotator in it. But say you don't want to spend $1,000 on a handle. We use one of these. We probably get about a month out of one before we got to throw it away. To give you guys an idea how long you guys can use one for, if you ever have to use one. But we get them off Amazon. I think he buys them like 5 or 10 at a time. I think they're like $100 for 5 of them. But they come bare. Like they come with the basket and stuff like that. But for the most part, they're just all cheapos. But they're nice to have in your van just in case something goes wrong with your good gun. And then you can throw that one on. Finish your job.
Now this is the second coat. And like I said, I'm not doing all 3 doors all at once, because normally I would do that just to give you guys a good idea how to do it yourself or whatever, but it seems like them videos ain't taking off, so I'm trying to do something a little bit different with these. And like I said, if you guys can hit that subscribe button, I'd be really grateful. And it's totally free, it doesn't cost a thing. Hit that like button and leave a comment, tell me what you think. Tell me if you like this video better, or if you actually like going through the longer process, because I'm not saying like people don't watch longer content. They do. It's just I noticed that they started falling off very towards it like the past few months, and I don't know if it's because the videos are too long and too detailed or what, but you know, I'm just trying to figure it out. Just like I said, I'm new at this, and just let me know what you guys think. And sometimes you get that junk in there, and it doesn't. It's hard to get that tip to come around. So you gotta break the basket loose and then turn your tip. A lot of the older painters, they usually carry a pair of pliers around with them just to do that. But if you can get a hold of it and twist it, it'll actually turn right around on you. But it's just one of those things that as soon as that thing gets a clog, it puts so much pressure on that tip you can't turn it. But the reason why I'm doing this like this is because I'm not going straight up and down, because the window itself, when you ain't got something in the middle like that, you can't necessarily keep going straight up and down, because then you'll blast that paper, and that paper will get soaking wet, and then once it gets soaking wet, by the time I would have did it the first time and come back around and hit the second time, I'd have flowed through that paper. For some reason, that paper's kind of junk. Like, you got cheap paper, then you got a little more expensive paper, and for some reason I had a couple rolls of this cheaper stuff, and that's what I used. And I understand why the more expensive stuff is nicer to have, because it can get wet and stay wet. And this stuff here, you can just blow right through it. Because there's a couple spots I actually did that. But like I said, that's the stuff that you don't necessarily see, because if you don't deal with this stuff every day, then you don't see stuff like that. So, and you want to make sure that you put enough paint down where it actually like stays wet. That way, by the time you shoot it, it's actually starting to dry. It's almost set up to where when by the time I start the door to finish it, where I started at should already be setting up, and then it should dry straight across. But you always want to make sure that your paint's wet. You never want to roll back into or spray back into wet or dry, like half dried up stuff. So if you have to, it's almost worth just letting it dry and then shooting it again. Because sometimes you just get one of those predicaments where you can't get back into it, because you'll notice like when you spray back into something that's already dry, it'll give it a flash mark, and then you're gonna have to end up repainting it anyway. So it's just one of those things, like it's nice to know if you never did it yourself. So, and that's what I'm trying to do. And I usually, like I said, these Titans are weird. You just gotta turn them wide open and run with them. Which I'm about to switch over to a gray coat, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to try the gray coat, because I had a little better pressure control and stuff with it. Like with the Titan, it's all or nothing. And the gray coat, it was the first time I actually had a gun and I could control the pressure. We got the doors 2-coated. So now I'm gonna peel all this stuff, and it's always nice to scar this stuff before you take it off, because this A100 is some like really stringy stuff. See what I mean? It doesn't cut like it's supposed to. Wrapping paper. Then you want to come back through.
They had us do the windows white around. I think they're gonna change their mind once they get everything painted black. Then it's gonna kind of stand out because it's really gonna be anything white on this one side standing out. So. The doors are done. We just gotta put the first second coat on the underhang. But there was so much work involved in these doors, we had to kind of do them as soon as possible. But I think they turned out decent. Normally we don't paint the feather strip at the bottom because you shouldn't do it because it'll eventually crack and do stuff like that. But these ones here were just so dry and nasty they needed painted because they needed something on them. They were just at that point, so it turned out solid.